Every man wants to be desired, but few understand why desire fades. You think it's about looks, charm, or effort, but it's not. Because the moment she can predict you, she stops feeling you. You text too fast. You reply too soon. You give too much of yourself away, not because you love her, but because you fear losing her. And fear never creates attraction. It kills it. Desire is born in uncertainty, not distance, but contrast. In the space between I want him and I can't have all of him. That space is what keeps her heart awake. That's what she remembers when you're gone. Here's the truth most men never learn. You don't make her addicted by giving her more. You make her addicted by giving her meaning, by being the man whose presence feels powerful and whose silence feels louder than noise. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Let your mind be the ruler of your emotions, not their servant." Because when you control your emotions, you control the energy she feels from you. That's emotional gravity. That's what pulls her in when words no longer can. Most men chase. A Stoic man attracts. He doesn't beg for attention. He becomes the attention. He creates emotional tension, not through games, but through mastery of his own calm. So ask yourself, are you chasing her validation, or are you mastering your energy? Because when your presence has weight, you don't need to prove your worth. She feels it. In this video, you'll learn the one shift that turns effort into magnetism, chasing into power, and attraction into addiction. When you understand this, you won't have to run after love ever again. You'll become the calm she can't forget. So let's begin. Do this, and she'll be addicted to you. Section 1. The illusion of chasing. Most men believe that attraction is earned by effort, by doing more, giving more, proving more. But effort, when it comes from fear, is never attractive. When you chase, you confirm that she's the prize and you're the pursuer. You become the man who dances for attention instead of standing in his own gravity. Epictetus once said, "What upsets people is not things themselves, but their judgments about things." The same is true in love. What weakens you is not her rejection, but your judgment that you need her validation to feel worthy. A Stoic man never begs for belonging. He builds such inner strength that belonging becomes optional. He is calm not because life is easy, but because he has mastered his reactions. When you stop chasing, something shifts. Your silence begins to speak louder than words. Your presence, steady, measured, certain, creates a gravity that pulls without pleading. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." So stop trying to play her game. Step out of the chase and into your own stillness. Because the moment you stop running after her, she starts wondering where you went and why she can still feel you everywhere. But here's the truth most men never realize. The more you chase, the more invisible you become. Because attention isn't power, presence is. And when you stop running after her, you begin to feel something new, your own gravity. Let's talk about that. Section 2. The power of emotional tension. Attraction isn't built in comfort. It's forged in tension. That silent magnetic space between curiosity and certainty. A Stoic man lives in that space with ease. He understands that emotion, when mastered, becomes energy, not chaos. Emotional tension isn't a game, it's an art of restraint. It's knowing when to hold your words, when to slow your breathing, when to let silence speak for you. Because silence, when owned, isn't absence, it's presence, amplified. Seneca said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." That same friction, that emotional resistance,
is what builds the kind of connection that outlives passion. It's what makes her replay your calm in her mind, trying to decode it long after you've left the room. Most men can't handle this stillness. They rush to fill the space with texts, compliments, explanations, anything to feel in control. But a Stoic man doesn't fill silence, he commands it. He knows that patience is power, and tension, when balanced, becomes attraction's purest form. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's the essence of emotional tension. You don't try to control her reaction, you master your own. You don't chase what leaves, you remain centered in what stays. Your composure, your certainty, your peace. And that, more than anything, is what women feel. Not your effort, not your words, but the quiet strength that refuses to beg for belonging. That's the tension that pulls, not with noise, but with depth. The moment you stop reacting, she starts reflecting. Your silence becomes the mirror she can't look away from. But silence isn't just absence, it's energy under control. And that's where true magnetism begins.
Section 3. The silence of strength. Do you know what makes a man unforgettable? Not his words, not his looks, but his silence, the kind that fills a room with gravity. Most men fear silence because silence exposes them. They rush to talk, to fill the air, to prove they're interesting. But a Stoic man doesn't chase validation through noise. He commands respect through restraint. Epictetus said, "If you wish to be in control, hold your tongue." In silence, you reveal your discipline, and your discipline reveals your power. It's in the pause between her question and your answer, the calm in your breath when others lose theirs, the way you stand still while the world fidgets. That's the silence of strength, not emptiness, but composure. When you master it, you stop reacting to everything that tries to pull you off center. Her moods, her games, her tests, none of it controls you, because you've built a deeper foundation. Silence, when used with intention, becomes an energy that others can feel. It disarms ego, it invites curiosity, and it tells her something words never can. You are unshakable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself." That's the spirit of this silence, compassionate on the surface, but carved from inner discipline. You don't raise your voice to be heard. Your presence already speaks for you. Remember this, noise is common, calm is rare. And in a world addicted to validation, your silence becomes rebellion. It's not about withholding love, it's about holding yourself. And that is what she feels most deeply. Not what you say, but what you don't have to.
Section 4. Breaking the pattern. You ever wonder why she loses interest the moment you start doing everything right? Why the woman who once chased your attention suddenly stops caring the instant you give her everything she said she wanted? It's because doing everything right often means doing everything the same, and sameness kills desire. Predictability is the slow death of attraction. Most men confuse consistency with connection. They think love grows from repetition, the good morning texts, the constant check-ins, the endless validation. But what she feels is not comfort, it's fatigue. She's not bored because you're not enough, she's bored because she already knows your next move. A Stoic man doesn't chase predictability, he chases presence. He understands that what makes something valuable is scarcity, not abundance. So he gives his attention with intention. He lets silence breathe. He allows absence to do what words can't, make her feel the weight of his energy when it's gone. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be willing to be thought foolish.
It means stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to fit the mold of the man she's seen 100 times before. Be the contrast. Where others flood her with noise, you stand in calm quiet. Where others beg to be seen, you master the art of being felt. She's met 100 men who orbit her like satellites, predictable, desperate, replaceable. But the one she remembers is the one who doesn't orbit at all. He stands still, a fixed point she can't quite understand. And that mystery, that gravity, pulls her back every time. The Stoic man knows this truth. The more he controls himself, the less he needs to control her. His restraint becomes the attraction. His composure becomes the magnet. And his silence, the question she can't stop asking. That's the essence of breaking the pattern. And once you've learned to hold that power, to give and withdraw, to speak and stay silent, you're ready for the next shift, learning to make her feel something she can't explain.
Section 5. The Contrast Principle. In a world drowning in sameness, contrast is magnetic. It's the silent force that makes certain men unforgettable. While others blur into the background with predictable gestures, the Stoic man stands out, not by noise, but by nuance. You see, attraction isn't born in constant warmth. It lives in rhythm, in the dance between calm and intensity, between mystery and openness, between distance and closeness. That rhythm is what the Stoics called measured living, balance guided by reason, not impulse. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Look well into yourself. There is a source of strength that will always spring up if you will always look." That's the essence of contrast. You don't need to fake highs and lows. You simply live with awareness, deliberate, calm, and grounded. Then when you act with warmth or passion, it's felt as real because it emerges from stillness. Think of fire. If it burns constantly, it loses its power. But if it flickers against the dark, it draws every eye in the room. Your energy works the same way. Too much comfort breeds indifference. A well-placed silence, a pause, a thoughtful gaze, they create depth. Contrast keeps her imagination alive because she feels the edges of your composure, the mystery in your restraint. Stoicism teaches that emotions are not to be erased, but refined. You allow feeling to exist, but you choose when and how it's shown. That choice, that control, becomes charisma. Most men fear contrast. They want to be endlessly agreeable, endlessly available. But that's not love. That's erosion. You lose your edges trying to please everyone. A Stoic man embraces contrast, firm yet kind, passionate yet composed, giving yet grounded. That's the art of attraction, not flooding her with emotion, but letting her discover the quiet storms within you. And it's that contrast, not perfection, that keeps her heart awake.
Section 6. The power to walk away. Real power lies in your ability to walk away and mean it. It's not about threats or drama, it's about self-respect. The moment she senses you will never leave, the moment she knows you are fully available no matter what, your energy loses its edge. True attraction is born from boundaries, from the knowledge that your peace is not negotiable. Walking away isn't punishment, it's clarity. It communicates without words that your presence is valuable and your absence will be felt. A man who can walk away holds the ultimate leverage. He does not chase validation, nor does he plead for attention. Instead, he stands firm in his standards. If she crosses the line, he disappears. Not angrily, not vindictively, but with calm inevitability. This is the Stoic approach. Detach from outcomes, act with integrity, and let her navigate the space you create. Women aren't addicted to men who give everything. They are drawn to the man whose presence is rare, whose energy is earned. Walking away is the ultimate test of value. It triggers reflection, curiosity, and desire. She will wonder, what just happened? Why does it feel like he's everywhere and nowhere at the same time? That tension, that uncertainty is magnetic. Your power is not in the pursuit, but in the controlled release. Each step back is a statement. Your life is yours, your energy is yours, and your worth is undeniable. If she wants to meet you halfway, she will. If not, your calm detachment leaves a lasting impression, one that no chase could ever create. The power to walk away is the final demonstration of masculine energy, silent, firm, and irresistible. It's not about losing her, it's about showing her that losing you is impossible to ignore.
Final reminder: become emotionally untouchable. If you want her to crave your presence, first become emotionally untouchable. Don't live to please. Live to be grounded. Because the world doesn't notice noise. It notices calm confidence. The space you occupy without trying to impress. The moments you choose your peace over chasing approval. Every pause you take, every boundary you uphold, every time you stay firm instead of bending to desire, you build a gravity that draws her naturally, irresistibly to you. She notices a man who could walk away yet chooses to remain, strong in his standards. The Stoics never promised life without challenge. They promised life without waste. No wasted energy on trying to be liked. No wasted attention on fear. No wasted love on uncertainty. Peace isn't given, it's earned, moment by moment, choice by choice. By mastering yourself, you stop chasing. And by stopping, you create a presence she can't ignore. Ask yourself, are you giving too easily? Or are you commanding your energy? Are you living for her validation or for your own mastery? Because the more you claim your calm, your silence, and your focus, the more unforgettable you become. In the end, she won't be addicted to what you hand her. She'll be drawn to what you embody, a man who gives nothing for granted, yet everything she feels when he's near. Thank you for watching Stoic Wisdom today. If this resonates to you, like, share, and subscribe to where timeless Stoic philosophy meets daily strength, so you can live with power, presence, and purpose. Be still, be grounded, be irresistible, and let that be the mark you leave. Until next time, stay calm, stay grounded, stay stoic.